Okay, so once you have your PEF file installed, you'll need to restart your program, and then your program will look like this when you go to text. I'm simply clicking on my text button and there, and I get to here. This is the drop down that shows you all your texts. Now you have all these numbered ones that are the basic installed ones. If you have the newer, if you have 10, it has even more. And then you have the UD fonts. That's what the PEF file comes in as. When you keep going down, the TTF ones all through here, whoopsie, I clicked on one obviously. Those are your TrueType fonts. So I want my UD fonts, and I'm gonna go to frosting because that's what I purchased. Here's your size. The size is close-ish, I would say. It's not exact. You definitely want to see what it really is. I can pick my color, of course. Sorry, my notifications come up. Over here, whatever color it is, I can select whatever it is that I want. I'm choosing pink because it's easiest right now to see on my screen. I want it on a satin stitch up here. Then you need to go to your sewing attributes. You do not need the understitching because it has it. If you want extra, you can do that, of course. No need to. I'm going to change this to 145 for my density, and I want my pull compensation to 1. And I'm going to hit my enter key because it takes it a bit to click on a lot. So then once I've done that, I can just start typing. Hello. We'll do that, and then I hit my enter key, or I hit that up there, the 0 key. Now, the frosting font, it shows you the sizes that it's best between, which is like 3/4 of an inch to 2 inches. And I can show you why. If you get it too big, if I decide, you can see down here, it's the biggest part is 5.27, so that's from here. The measurement is actually from about here to here when it's actually showing you the real size. I'm going to go to home and the plus magnifying glass, and I'm going to zoom in. And do you see how large across this is? Some of the letters, it's obviously varying from where it is. It will get too large. And what happens then is your machine will make a jump stitch, so at least some will, some softwares will. So you don't want it too big compared to what it's supposed to be. So try to stay within the size restraints that it tells you on the PDF that you bought. I'm just shrinking it down and I'll move it. So now I don't like where my H and my E, how far apart they are, so I can click on this and then just drag it over. And I can click on this again. I want my O closer. Now maybe I want this L spread out a little and I'll move them that way. However it is that you want to do it. These are your different buttons. There, it moves some of it. You can do different things with these. Again, with your sewing attributes, keep those where they are. And you can, of course, still change all of your colors. Now, if I do this, I need to click off of it, and it goes back to my text. I can add in here bows and clothes. Oopsie, I spelled my own name wrong. Great. And hit enter. So I want it to say hello, bows and clothes. Now, with PE Design, you want to, if you have it say hello, bows and clothes, and you wanted a space, click on it and drag it over and make your own space. And I'll show you why. If you do this, if I put a space, oopsie, I missed. If I put a space in between here, and I'll just arrow key over and I'll put another space and then I hit enter, do you see these little teeny tiny things? The program will automatically, where you put a space, make a 1-stitch jump stitch. It'll jump up here, stitch 1 stitch, and then continue stitching. Really annoying when you're stitching out. So you really don't want to use spaces. So I'm just going to click back here and go back. And I'll hit enter so it goes up, and I can scroll over through here. If I want a space between here, again, I click there, click on my little diamond thing, and move it over. And that's how I create spaces. And you can, again, once you have all this, you click off of it, you'll see your constraints. You can rotate it. I'm going to Control Z to undo that. I'm going to screen over or scroll over. I can click on this, the big arrow, and go down. And of course I can still, if I want to draw anything, if I don't know, want to poke it out there, whatever it is that I want to do, you can still write all over it. If I want to draw anything, you can add whatever you want to it. You can add this later. It doesn't have to be in any order, but that is how you can use the fonts on this. Now, I'm going to go back to home. I'm going to click on my text to go back to it again. If I want to do something that it doesn't have, like, oh, it does have numbers in this one, a asterisk. I hit the number 8 sign. See, I tried to put this little asterisk in there. You cannot do that because the font doesn't include it. So if I take that back and I want an F, sure, that works. If I want a 2, that works. But if I want a % sign, not going to work because it doesn't have it. So you have to see what the font actually includes when you're using it. If you get this little box, it's because it doesn't have that symbol or number or whatever it is. Hope this helps. If you have any questions, of course, message me or send me an email.